and welcome to Centre Circle. And I am Jermaine Brown. This week, the wily old fox, Patrick Jackie Walters, takes centre stage, and he'll be with us until full time as he shares his 51 years of experience around football in Jamaica. Jackie Walters has won 22 titles in schoolboy football, and that's across both the Manning and the Costa Cup competitions. He even has another 10 titles at the club level. Let's just say some of what Walters has forgotten about the sport, many of his colleagues don't even know about. That's the wisdom of the man. The veteran has been going at it since 1973, and that in itself shows he must be enjoying it.
A complete circle around you. Break out quickly. Turn and face him and bounce the ball to you and repeat, yes?
Yes, without a doubt. Not only in terms of winning competitions, but being able to affect youngsters' lives and make them better persons in this world, you know. There's a major objective also on my part, not just winning competition.
It takes a special man, a special person to do what you are doing, because a lot of people do not have time to carry out the work of yours, say developing youths.
Yes, I've always been committed. I've always loved football. You know, I came under the influence of George Thompson, Lane Duncan and Vincent Chongfa. And they highly influenced me in terms of coaching. Actually, I was accidentally introduced as a coach by Mr. Clovis McLean, who had asked me to coach the Vineyard Town minor league time at the time, which is about 1973, and you know, it was plain sailing from there.
Plain sailing would have taken you to Camperdown.
Yes.
A team where you achieve one of your greatest feats.
Yeah, and definitely.
Even today, it's still been talked about. Tell us about that time.
Well, Camperdown was my first experience in the high school football. Well, as I said before, developing players in terms of the game, it's also important to develop them outside of the game. And I think that helped me tremendously, because we especially that 1982 team, we became almost like a family. I used to visit a couple of them who knew the parents, so it generated a lot of energy from them, and we were able to achieve that objective we needed to.
At that time, that super team at Camperdown, were they all Camperdown, or did you put them together?
No. The objective was, some of them I brought into the school, yes. I think about 3 or 4 of them I brought into the school. But at the same time, I had some of them playing minor league at the time for me. You know, and actually Peter Cargill actually played minor league for me and won the minor league. So we had laid the foundation to becoming champions in 1982.
Walters has coached at the senior club level with Harbourview, Port Morant and Galaxy, but it's at the youth level where he enjoys coaching. As he says, that's where he can make a difference in development.
Well, this is exactly what we're trying to overcome here at Monroe College. Because what you find is that youngsters coming into first form at 12, 13 years of age, they are looking to compete in under 14. But at that age, it's going to be difficult for them to compete against 14-year-olds. So what you find, a lot of them get lost. You know, and eventually they might come back when they're 16. At that age, they might not have accomplished the high level of technical qualities that is necessary to play football effectively. And I think that is what is happening in our football today. It's all about winning. It's all about winning and not focusing on the technical development of our young players at an early age. That is not happening in Jamaica.
So who is to be blamed for it? Because some would say the coaches, but then the school has to be a part of it.
Yes, no, not necessarily so, you know. Why the school not a part of it? Because the Inter-School Sports Association don't see themselves as a vehicle of development. They're not concerned about development. So herein lies the schools themselves, as individual schools now, have to take it upon themselves to start a program that is consistent with how you develop players. They have to take it on themselves, and that's what we are trying here at Monroe.
But then it begs the question as to why would a school develop players when there's an emphasis on winning titles?
Yes, that without a doubt. At that level, at the Costa Cup level, it's all about winning. But at the under 14 and to some extent the under 16, the emphasis should be on development. That is where it is. So until you get a 3, 4, 5 years of that consistent development process, there's no need to import players alone because the talent is here.
His biggest crowning moment would have been the qualification of the national under-17 team to the FIFA World Cup in 1999.
We actually started, that preparation was started from early 98. You know, and we did quite a few tours. We went to Europe, we went to Central America, we went to South America. So the team had the necessary exposure, I thought, in competing against international teams to reach that level.
In terms of what it was, youth, seniors in 98, youth in 99, we should have been more difficult though.
We should have been more difficult? Well, I think the seniors would have been more difficult to some extent because that critical moment when we qualified, we were playing at home. You know, and we didn't lose a game. We drew with the United States, I think, and we won the other. I think it was Costa Rica, and I don't quite remember the other team. We defeated them at home. So playing the second time we qualified for under-17 World Cup, we actually did play at home also. So it's a clear advantage of playing, you know, at home.
Yeah, but did you get what you deserve as a coach from that achievement in 1999?
To be honest with you, I never really go into that. That is not my concern. A lot of people come and say, boy, Jackie, honorary D and I don't hear your name call, I don't, you know, that's my concern. They must know why they have not done it, but that's not my concern.
So you say you don't have a national honor?
No, sir. Never did have one. The only place I've got honor from is Camperdown and Glenmuir High School. That's the only schools that have recognized me as a thing there. And I think I was awarded something from the University of Technology one time.
So the only thing left for you now is a national honor?
I'll be very surprised if I win, I get that. Very surprised. Because people, a journalist called me. What's his name? It was the press officer for JFF.
Earl Bailey.
Earl Bailey called me and get all the necessaries and submit it to them. And nothing. You know, so maybe they have some against me. I don't know.
So do you think that, I don't think that you have been overlooked though?
Well, if you want to put it that way, maybe, you know. If you want to put it that way. But as I say, that don't faze me.
And I was thinking of it though, even when you qualified that team, a lot of the credit was going elsewhere.
Well, that is natural, you know. I know. Yeah, I mean, the Brazilians were here, so they felt that, you know. But you know that is part of life, you know. You have to learn to cope. That's part of life, you know.
But it's natural as a man though, because when you sit and you hear people saying, oh, it's when Simo is a major part of it, and you know the work that you put in. How does that make you feel though?
Well, yeah, you obviously as a human being, you're going to be disappointed. But really, Simo didn't play any major role in that team, none at all.
And not even in JFF today, because I saw them honoring some personnel recently. Yeah. And your name didn't come up any at all. Yeah. That they are overlooking the work that you have done.
If you want to put it that way, maybe. But I'm personally, me right now, I'm totally against the JFF. I don't think JFF is pointing in the right direction. They're not concerned with football development in this country. Yes? You can't point to me a program. They had a grassroots program one time, I don't know what I'm doing now. You know, and how can somebody be coaching a Premier League team and be head of a technical committee in this country? You show me another country in the world where that happened. That's absolutely ridiculous.
When we return, Walter speaks more about the JFF and football in the country.